Hey y'all, my name is Ryan Blackwell. I am a current comm student at Cabrini University, and I'm going to be discussing, ethical fashion, how Nike's ethical, the solutions to fast fashion, what ethical and sustainable fashion is, and my project and how that went. So, first, some things that I've learned from this research project is to become a critical analyzer of media. A lot of times we see things on social media or a website or a newspaper article, but we never check to see if those sources are correct. So I've learned to double check sources as far as things you hear from people, websites, and social media posts, and to make sure that what you're hearing is true. Because if you want to know something, you want that information to be true, right? Yeah, right. So something else I've learned is how to research things manner, in a detailed manner, and to thoroughly grab information that's important and get rid of information that isn't. So this project, as far as finding information on ethical and sustainable fashion, it took a lot to make sure that what it is I was finding was, in fact, like necessary to get this project done. Because you had to find like the meat in what it is you were reading. So that's basically some of the things I've learned. And I think that some of the things I've learned were interesting, like what ethical and sustainable fashion is, which brings me into what is ethical and sustainable fashion? I don't know. Actually, I do know. I'm joking. So, a few things about ethical and sustainable fashion is that first, sustainable fashion. What does sustainable mean? Things that keep you for a long time, or things that you purchase that you can use for a long time. For example, clothes and accessories are created to last a while, and they're great in quality. Basically, things that have been created with the best material, things that last you longer than a week, things that you can purchase and you still have for years and years after. So that's basically what sustainable fashion is, and we don't use a lot of it in today's world. We use more so fast fashion, things that we need on the fly for a certain event. And then after that event's over, we throw that piece of particular clothing away. So there's that. And for ethical fashion is more so clothing and accessories that are created to make a statement. Whether that statement be about a social justice standpoint or just making people more aware of the different lifestyles and cultures around them. It's always great to represent the culture in which you're from through song, through dance, through food. But I feel like the most important is clothing, because it's not something we wear every day. People are going to be all the way surprised at seeing what you're wearing because they're not going to think that people step out of the status quo in this sense and they represent their culture. So I think that that's something very important as far as ethical fashion. It takes a stand against the social norms and it takes a stand against the status quo and it causes us to think a little bit harder. So that's pretty much ethical and sustainable fashion. Um, Now, fast fashion, that's the issue we run into. Fast fashion is where we literally need something for like a birthday or a special dinner and we don't have the outfit we want, but we see the outfit we need in a store. We pull up to that store, we purchase that outfit, we skirt away, and then we wear that piece of clothing, and then when that event's over, we just toss it in the garbage. That's basically fast fashion. Fast fashion can be modified to where it's still fast fashion, but also sustainable. And that's where the thought of how can we create more clothes that don't hurt the environment with certain material. So that's where that thought comes into play. I think that the more we use more eco-friendly materials, so to speak, and the more we aren't hurting our environment, the more we can meet those fast fashion needs, but also that sustainable fashion needs. Because purchasing, let's say, a pair of jeans you need for one night, then tossing them only because they're that specific pair that you're looking for, the quality is not going to be so great because they produce it in a factory extremely fast, ready to ship out for the holidays. Black Friday's coming up, so lots of people will be buying fast fashion then, for the holiday weekend and for Christmas and all that stuff. So that's pretty much everything I've learned. And my perceptions were not exactly what I thought they would be. I thought that there wasn't going to be much to learn about this. I didn't know anything about a sustainable apparel coalition or reduced carbon emissions when it comes to creating clothes. I thought it was pretty self-explanatory. Ethical fashion, okay. Ethics, culture, sustainable, things that keep you for a while. But when I really dug into this project, I realized that there's a lot more to it. I thought it was something you could describe to yourself and everything you need to know would be in the definition, but it's not quite that. So as I've worked on this project, I've come to realize that the media portrays ethical and sustainable fashion and what you hope and wish for the future.